African is ready to fight his own battle and show that after all, the black man is capable of managing the whole affair. Task force! Fighting discipline and building the whole Ghana. Broad task force! Sure to deliver. Thank you very much.
We must unite now. We must have one army. We must have one currency. We must have one foreign policy. We must be united.
Ghana has abundant natural resources like gold, diamond, bauxite, timber, cocoa, fertile agricultural land, and renewable natural resources such as sunshine, wind, the waste, and the biomass.
And of course, the last thing I want to say before I inflict my speech on you is the issue of leveraging our comparative advantages. The time has come for Africa to unashamedly take advantage of the natural resource endowment that God has given us. In the colonial era, we had colonial masters, we had no say, and so they mined the gold, they took it away, they developed the palm plantations, took the palm oil away, they took the diamonds away, took everything away. And when we gained independence, Nkrumah warned us and said colonialism might have been defeated, but we're entering the era of neo-colonialism. They don't need to bring a governor to sit here, but they still would, from wherever the colonial headquarters is, control your resources and be able to still derive the benefits as if they had colonized you. And that exactly is happening. Post-colonialism, we didn't have technology, we didn't have capital, we didn't have the human resource. And so foreign companies come and take huge concessions and they sign it off for a pittance. And they run those.
The Gold Board, a key plank in my administration strategy to reform the gold mining sector and ensure maximum benefits for Ghanaians from our gold resources, has taken off. In its short existence, it has sanitized the gold sector, ensuring maximum returns from our gold exports. Ghana's gold exports earned the country 2.7 billion. Ghana's gold exports through the PMMC and the Gold Board earned the country $2.7 billion between January and April. And this figure is expected to increase exponentially throughout the year. But the Gold Board is not only about exporting gold. It will soon roll out a track and trace system to ensure that Ghana's gold exports are procured from environmentally sustainable sources. The Gold Board will work to train artisanal and small-scale miners in responsible and sustainable mining practices. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, in collaboration with the Gold Board, is also soon to launch, in cooperation with the private sector, an ambitious project to reclaim 10,000 hectares of mined-out lands. The Gold Board will also be working towards attaining LBMA certification for Ghana's gold. Excellencies, the future of mining is not national, it is continental. The African Continental Free Trade Area provides us with an unparalleled opportunity to retain value within Africa, establish regional supply chains, create joint refining and research institutions, and strengthen intra-African investment flows. So let us move from competition to collaboration. Ghana is open to partnerships with Guinea on bauxite, with DRC on cobalt, with South Africa on platinum, and all willing nations on mutual beneficiation. For this to succeed, we need governance anchored in transparency and accountability, and my administration is committed to strengthening the Minerals Commission, digitizing licensing and monitoring, publishing mineral revenues and contracts, removing bottlenecks for responsible investors. We'll work to ensure that mining revenues benefit all Ghanaians, especially the host communities, development must be visible, equitable, and lasting in our mining communities. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, mining in motion is more than just a theme. It is a declaration that Africa's mineral wealth will no longer be a curse, but will be a blessing. That Ghana's gold will not enrich others while leaving our people in poverty. And that this summit will chart a new path of value, sustainability, and dignity. I therefore call on all present, governments, investors, miners, regulators, and communities to rise to this challenge. Let us lead.
The last role foreigners can still play in the gold trading sector under the Ghana Gold Board regime is when a foreigner wants to go into value addition. If you're a foreigner and you want to set up a refinery, you can apply to the Gold Board for a license to set up a refinery. If you're a foreigner and you want to set up a jewelry production company, you can apply for a license and will allow you to set up a jewelry manufacturing company. But the conditions of that license will require you at all times to buy gold directly from the Gold Board. So you cannot say that I have a jewelry production company, so I'm going to Tarkwa to buy gold, or I'm going to Obuasi to buy gold. You will come to Gold Board and say, I have this jewelry manufacturing company or refinery. I need 50 kg of gold every month to feed it. So you apply to the Gold Board, and every month will allocate you that gold at a certain price that you'll be paying. You will have to pay to the Gold Board. Because we know that a lot of foreigners who can no longer trade directly in the local markets will resort to value addition and say, we want to go into jewelry production. But our research over the years indicate that most of these so-called jewelry production companies only use that as a ruse to smuggle gold out of the country. So they say they are manufacturing jewelry. Their production capacity is not about 5 kg of gold a month, but you can see records of them buying 50 kg of gold. What do they use the gold for? Not for jewelry. They only use their jewelry making license as the decoy to buy the gold, and they smuggle the rest. We are not going to allow that. If you want to produce jewelry, we thank you for that. We appreciate that. You want to refine gold, any value addition venture you want to embark upon, you are welcome to do so. But you need to apply for a license, and you can procure gold in Ghana, but you have to do it directly through the Gold Board. So this is also the second information we want to share with the general public, particularly foreigners who desire to trade in gold in Ghana through your very esteemed platforms. But as I said, na ye fiti ase aye de adwuma na ye nya fiti ase kra implement mra no fully no Ghana nya Gold Board no so faso bebre gold an kane na efa aban nsa ase na ni nyina nipa bonifo bi de ko amama ya hodo so ne nya so faso no ene John Dramani Mahama Gold Board romanti gold ni nyina no yetimi tomu dodo na a o man ni nya so faso e free January ABC and na ye ka say from PMMC days to Gold Board days gold nko a free small scale sector e dia kwa ma no ne akoton ama o man Ghana e bro 50 tons of gold. 1 ton of gold we are more than $100 million. Tiaka 50 tons of gold we are talking about over $5 billion US of forex I generate. Ore program any IMF ya enfie miensa IMF for some member is 3 billion. And okra no mu bu tot 6 months bi ani akoje kakra. 6 months bi ani akoje kakra. Ya just wa I was here good boys. Na ye kobo mo market hu se ya ade ansa no mu di bia kayo. We dey etia yeye yankasa ya fa ye natural resources na hye ensemu a ye nya so mfaso a and the Bank of Ghana forex o mu hia bia no munya. Enti ade a ebo a wo man na je se wo a wo mpe Ghana yie na bekasa de we enya ade pa. Kodola ba for me obia enya so mfaso. Amafa ngobo aba fom. Ama nyeme wo dwemu a ye de dollar ne kra ba bia no ebo no aba fom kakra ana ejina ba bia ejina. Airline fu nyina kra tete omunyema so because dollar e dey aba fom. Ni nyina ye adwuma so a Gold Board ne other state agencies AD na
gold purchases and exports from January to April, but what I'm presenting to you includes the just ended month of May. So from February 2025 to May 2025, the PMMC Now Gold Board on its own has purchased and exported for the Bank of Ghana gold from the artisanal small-scale mining sector to the tune of 40 billion Ghana cedis, with an export value of approximately 4 billion United States dollars. Thus, for the first time, and as was stated by the CEO of the Minerals Commission, gold exports from the artisanal small-scale mining sector of Ghana has exceeded gold exports from the large-scale sector. Indeed, the total gross weight of ASM gold exported either by or through the PMMC Now Gold Board from January to May 2025 stands at a whopping 41.5 tons. This, coupled with prudent monetary and fiscal policies of the government, has significantly increased forest liquidity in the market and accelerated foreign reserve accumulation.
To receive 10% of the seized gold or cash value. So whistleblowers, get ready. If you blow the whistle on anybody and gold is retrieved or cash is retrieved, you get 10% of the value of both the gold and the cash. And so to the task force, let me be clear. Abuse of your authority will not be tolerated, and any officer found engaging in misconduct will face immediate sanctions. And these could include